Yo, what up guys, I'm Sammy and welcome back to the Soul Drop. There's been some crazy leaks. So for example, we got the brand new AE2 and it's supposed to be a sample. And also we got a glimpse of maybe the Curry 12, the Giannis Immortality 4, and also the brand new 808s, which is the 808 4s. So yeah, I'm very excited for all of those. And we have a picture, or I mean Kyrie was playing in the Kai 1 Speed in the brand new colorway of Game 2 of the finals. And also we have some really dope Sabrina 2 colorways as well. So starting off with the Sabrina 2, we have this kind of like all white colorway, but the color is like a light blue, very light blue, and also the flywire is like a purple color, but this colorway looks super duper nice. And also we have another colorway that she's been wearing, and it's just like blue and light blue colorway, but a lot of people love the way the shoe looks, as do I. And also we have a picture, like a dismantled picture of this shoe as well. We can see the outsole, the midsole, which is supposed to be cushion on, and then the zoom unit. It's just like a regular size zoom unit, a midfoot chain plate. We can also see the internal TPU heel counter, the strobel board, the insole, and also the upper, right? So the cushion probably not going to be amazing, but still hopefully it'll be pretty dang nice. So there is the Sabrina 2, and also we have some leaked images of the Tatum 3 as well, and this shoe looks absolutely terrible. Oh my goodness, I thought the Tatum 2 looked kind of bad. Some of the colorways are pretty cool and it's growing on me a little bit. But yeah, I don't think I'll ever like how the Tatum 3 looks. The upper looks terrible. It's like this mesh material with some like embroidered lines on it, which will improve the support. Yeah, just how it looks terrible, right? And also, I mean, we did have some leaked images of it before, but they were really bad. And we didn't have a picture of the actual outsole. The outsole looks like a very curved or straight herringbone traction pattern with some like flex screws in the forefoot. But yeah, oh my goodness, we have this black and red colorway, and also this pink colorway. It looks really bad in my personal opinion. And we can see Jason Tatum's logo on the tongue, so that's probably the Tatum 3s, you know what I mean? So tell us what you guys think of that shoe as well. And just by the way, a Serious Player only has a brand new colorway out, and it's the Uno colorway, and looks absolutely amazing. I did a video on it on Instagram, so I just saw it and I just want to tell you guys because that colorway is dope, right? And next we got the Kai 1 Speed. So apparently this is called the Kai 1 Speed Twin Flame colorway. And yeah, so if you guys didn't know, Kyrie debuted this, or the all black colorway, way back before the Kai 1 actually released. So he was playing in this shoe and also the actual Kai 1. And a lot of people were speculating that this was like a different version of the Kai 1. So it was like a sample, it wasn't actually going to release. And that's what I thought as well. But I guess it's actually going to release, right? So this is the Kai 1 Speed. So it might be a more responsive version of the Kai 1, which makes sense because the Kai 1 is extremely soft for the cushioning setup. We have full length N2 foam. There's a lot of compression. I mean, for me personally, I didn't feel super slow in it, but it wasn't super duper responsive, you know what I mean? Like, for example, a shoe that's really responsive is a 361, a Big 3 5.0 Quick, and the Quick Pro, which is a very responsive cushioning setup, right? Not the best impact protection, not super comfortable for the cushioning setup. I mean, the Quick Pro is obviously better with the Quick CQ Tech foam, but the Kai 1 was extremely soft, right? So the Speed, it looks like it's using a different foam. I thought it was gonna be N2 foam, but it looks like it's not. This purple foam looks like something else, you know? And Anta's probably using a foam similar to what the KP9 is using. But yeah, it looks pretty exposed in the heel still, so it'll probably have a good amount of compression there. The traction also seems to be using a little bit of herringbone and also probably like a multi-directional traction pattern as well. And also look at the lateral counters, guys. In the forefoot, you can see the outsole coming up a little bit. We can also see a plate in the midfoot caging the cushion, also coming up acting as a sidewall, and there's probably an internal TPU heel counter. So also we have a triangle in the heel with Kyrie Irving's brand new logo, very similar to the Kai 1. And for the material, it also seems to be like an embroidered material found in like the first colorway of the Kai 1 as well, the artist on the court, right? But yeah, honestly, I like how it looks. not a huge fan of all the patterns and stuff like that. I'm more kind of like a simple design kind of guy. I don't really like all this going on for the upper, but the overall silhouette looks pretty good, right? Hopefully they're still keeping the soft mesh struggle board, but if it's the speed colorway, they're probably not, you know what I mean? They might want to stiffen up the cushioning setup a little bit more, but yeah, he's been playing in this shoe in the finals, you know what I mean? Also, he's been playing in the Kai 1, you know, like that brown colorway. But yeah, this is the Kai 1 speed, and it'll probably be a little bit stiffer for the ride on the cushion than the Kai 1, which makes sense. All right, next we have a full-on picture of the AE2 now, right? So remember, it was just like a little bit of the upper, but now we have a full-on picture of the shoe, of the lateral profile of the AE, or supposed AE2. So this might be an AE2 like sample, we don't know yet, or it might actually be a finished product, but I hate how it looks. It reminds me of a foam posit, and that's not a good thing. I know a couple people that like to play in foam posits, but I hate playing in the foam posit. It's so clunky, it's so stiff, you know what I mean? It's heavy, and yeah, it's just the overall upper is heavy, and it's really clunky in the heel, super stiff, and there's not a whole lot of flex in the overall shoe. I mean, some people like playing those types of shoes, you know, like for example, the Jordan 12 as well. Very, very stiff shoe, very clunky, very boot-like, but I don't like it, you know what I mean? And that's kind of what the AE2 looks like, you know what I mean? Like, I mean, the AE1 was an amazing shoe, and it didn't really have like, or it looked kind of stiff, you know what I mean? So maybe the AE2 might be the same. It looks stiff for the AE2, but maybe it'll be flexible. Maybe the AE2 material isn't as stiff as it looks right now, but yeah, I mean, I don't know. I guess Anthony Edwards really likes plastic and like that crazy kind of cage thing that they got going on, especially in like the AE1 as well. But look at that cushion, guys. It's crazy. You know what I mean? So the outsole comes up. There's no actual exposed midsole. So actually, it might be a drop-in midsole for the AE2, which would be dope. But every single time Adidas does a drop-in midsole, they kind of miss it. You know what I mean? Like, it's not great. They cage the hell out of the foam. It's super thin, so it's not even that nice. So yeah, I mean, hopefully it's nice, and hopefully it's a drop-in midsole, but we'll have to see on that. But looking at the actual heel, look at how squared off it is. You know what I mean? It's super squared off, which will make it very clunky. And there's no exposed midsole, so that'll make it even clunkier. So yeah, I mean, I'm not liking the cushioning setup, and yeah, I mean, I guess I like how it looks, like the pattern's dope and stuff like that. But yeah, it just doesn't look very flexible to me. You know what I mean? It doesn't look like it'll conform to your foot very well, so not a huge fan of that, but I do like the overall design. And it looks to have a regular tongue. It doesn't look like it's a one booty upper or anything like that, you know? Like in the Hardens, you know, the Harden Volume 7 and 8 with like the one booty stretchy knit sock-like upper. I mean, that would be great if the AE2 had that, but anyways, there is the AE2. Next, we got, I don't know, like Steph Curry was seen playing in this shoe, and we don't know what it is, but it's probably the Curry 12. I mean, it's been a while since the Curry 11 came out, so yeah, the Curry 12 should be coming out soon. And yeah, it looks kind of dope. We have this really cool, like, a plastic piece, right? And also it looks to have Steph Curry's logo in the heel. I mean, it's just potato quality, so we can't really see in detail. But yeah, we have a plastic piece on the side of the shoe, which is, I mean, they don't really do that. You know what I mean? It's usually just full on flow. So maybe they softened up the flow foam, and then that's why they had to add that plastic piece. That would be great. If they didn't and they just added that, I'm kind of mad. You know, why would they do that? It's already stiff for the cushion. But yeah, we can see that it's probably just flow. I mean, Steph Curry loves flow. I don't know why, but he's getting older. So hopefully the cushioning setup has softened up. Please, Steph, just soften up your cushioning setup. That would be awesome. The upper, it looks to be like a knit material, right? From this really bad potato quality picture, it looks to be a knit material, and there seems to be a pretty cool like wavy pattern on it. I really like this colorway as well. You know, it's like this light purple, light blue color. It has a very high heel tab, and you can see just how low that shoe is. Look at how low it is. It goes underneath the ankle bone, which is kind of crazy. But I do like how it looks overall. So far, you know what I mean? It looks way better than the 11s. 11s look terrible in my personal opinion. The 10s are my favorite as far as like the Curry 8 to the Curry 11, you know, with all the flow. But yeah, there is the supposed Curry 12. It's probably the Curry 12. There's really no other shoe it could be, right? So there's that. Next, we got the Giannis Immortality 4, which is literally the exact same outsole and midsole as the Giannis Immortality 3, which is to be expected. You know, all of Nike's budget shoes, they recycle the outsole and midsole for 2 shoes. So if you look at the Giannis Immortality 1 and 2, they did the exact same thing. They just changed up the upper. And then for the Giannis Immortality 3 and then the 4, it looks like they're doing the same exact thing, which kind of sucks. You know, I think it's kind of lazy, but it makes sense. You know, it's his budget shoe. People don't really care about it as much, and it saves them money, I guess. They don't need to make an actual, like, another, like, last, you know, for the outsole and midsole. But the upper looks pretty cool. We have a reverse swoosh, very similar to the 3, and it looks like a pretty cheap looking textile material with some lines on it. And also we do have another synthetic material going around the perimeter of the upper, very similar to like the KD16. And then we have this kind of like really cool molded type of material in the heel as well. But yeah, I mean, it'll probably perform very similarly to the 3, which was, I mean, the 3 was pretty nice. The traction was pretty good. The cushion was very stiff, it kind of sucked, but there was a little bit of compression in the heel, right? And then last but not least, we got the 808-4, the brand new 808s, and I really don't like how these look. They added a midfoot strap. Man, what do they do? The 808-3 looked amazing, the 808-2 looked amazing, and all the ultras and stuff, but not a huge fan of how this looks so far. You know what I mean? There's a synthetic material going around the toe box, and it looks to be like a mesh material as well. It looks very well ventilated too, and it looks like a corner of a square, which is pretty interesting. It says Wade on the side of the shoe as well. I mean, this colorway looks pretty bad. There's this kind of like all white colorway with some gray accents, and then this green one. But yeah, I mean, I don't know what they were thinking. I mean, the 808s are known for having drop-in midsoles, so this will probably have a drop-in midsole. We don't know what they're using yet. Are they using cloud foam for the regular one? I don't know. The price is probably gonna be like 120 bucks, which is great, and it'll probably be a really good performer, but I'm not liking how the shoe looks so far. Maybe it'll get better once I get it in hand and we have some better colorways, but I'm not a huge fan of how it looks right now. And also, what's up with the tongue? It looks like a burrito style tongue. So maybe they're incorporating the burrito style tongue somehow with the strap, which is pretty cool. You know, I have no details on this actual shoe. That'd be dope if they did. But not a huge fan of how it looks so far, right? So very excited about all those shoes coming out. Tell us what you guys are excited about down in the comment section below. But that's it. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.